So y'all trying to get away from this. And this proves that you have used Jesus Christ as a stepping stone, as your ancestors did, to destroy and conquer. That's why Christ becomes the chief cornerstone in the first place. But this is why the builders rejected this stone, because it can't become the foundational stone after the foundation has already been laid. So if Christ took on sin of the world, and you say your next sin has already been forgiven, as you said, that means that you live in a state of lawlessness. And the God that you created to forgive you for the sins that you do, you created a God to do such a thing, and you don't want to be held accountable for it. But Hebrews chapter 10 verse 26 says, if we deliberately keep on sinning after we have received the knowledge of the truth, no sacrifice for sins is left, but only a fearful expectation of judgment and of raging fire that will consume the enemies of God. Anyone who rejects the law or rejected the law of Moses died without mercy on the testimony of 2 or 3 witnesses. Remember, whether 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, I am there in the midst of them. How much more severely do you think a man, because you have not become the God that it was spoken of, that you become just like, having the image and then bearing the likeness, when it says, let us make man in our image according to our likeness. Behold, man has become like one of us, to know good and evil, because she has consumed the knowledge of the tree of good and evil. This is what you're running away from, because you are a wicked, deceitful, horrible people. See, we can still use this, but you can't. It's because you use it to be a crutch for things such as, y'all all just agreed upon this, everybody in your life. Your sins have already been forgiven, even your next ones. So I said, does that not breed you into a state of lawlessness, a doest thou wilt mentality? And it means that you only have blatantly sinned. It is iniquity, which means you know to do better, but you won't, which means you do shit on purpose by mistake, and you make mistakes on purpose because you know the God that you created is going to forgive you for the sins that you commit. How much more severely do you think a man deserves to be punished who has trampled the Son of God underfoot, who has treated as an unholy thing the blood of the covenant that sacrificed him, and who has insulted the Spirit of grace? For we know him who said, it is mine to avenge, I will repay. And again, the Lord will judge his people. It is a dreadful thing to fall into the hands of the living God. You have just been judged because you are the one who is doing the judging. And your judgment cannot be taken into account fairly, because only a wise man and woman judges all matters of things. And you don't have the knowledge or the wisdom, so you can't gain the understanding, because you do not have the beginning of it, which is fear of the Creator, not your God. You just said I wasn't God. I said Psalms 82:6. Ye are all gods. You are all children of the Most High. But you shall die like men. Like men. You know why? It's because you have not been born of immaculate conception, which is through the Creator, who gives you the likeness that you are to be born from. That is the Ten Commandments. And it's missing 32 to balance you out. 6. 4 plus 2 is the number 6. Because the beam goes from left to right. It's from you to your brothers, to your sisters, and even your enemies. And the beam that goes from the ground up is 4. Because 4 is transformation, and it's the number of death. But you have not died once, so you can live twice. But you shall die twice, and you shall only live once. For after the judgment it is appointed death. You can pervert the scriptures all you want and turn them into scriptures. It does not stop these scriptures. The very Ruach, the great mother, from writing on the mind and on your heart that you need no manner of man to teach you. And when it says man, it is speaking about male and female. You are a wicked, diabolical abomination to the Creator because of the hate that you harbor in your heart. And like I said, you try to cast the veil of illusion over people's eyes and act like you love. And you lack love because I said what? You should know a tree by the fruit that it bears. And I said the 9 fruits of the Spirit. Now I don't know them all, but you wasn't showing no love. This isn't Abba Garima. See that Abba? That Abba? You know who Abba Garima is? It's why you say Abba, which means father. See that sun? You see the horns? I am before I am. The only thing that you know is I am that I am. A Masonic greeting dealing with the Royal Arch degree. When asked, who are you? You are to say, I am that I am. If this is 33 degrees of deception, these are going to deceive the heart, as why it was asked. Does Christianity have any Masonic degrees in it? And the answer is no, because it is a branch of Masonry itself. You are wicked, period. And you try to do away with the law so you will not be held accountable for the sins that you commit against the people, because you are not going to change, because you are a generation and a generation of broads, of vipers. That is who you are. You're not Christian. I said, no. I know Emmanuel. I know Yeshua. I know who Heteru is. I don't just follow. I lead to follow. It's cyclical. I'm forever growing, as you should be. If you are grown, you can't grow no more. Remember when we were younger, we wanted to get older. Now we are grown. We don't want to grow no more. For this You have been placed under judgment. Ichelawolo.